today. I was told that I was going to get to come up and share. And I actually am married to a husband, 8 years. His name's Matt, and I have another daughter named Chloe. She's 2.5-year-old, a little over 2.5. And we had a 5-year plan. We had a 5-year plan, and God allowed us to live that 5-year plan. We got to travel. We got to have a baby when we wanted to. Well, when the Lord ordained it officially, but we had thought we were part on that plan. And then we even got pregnant with the second baby, our baby Reese. And she wasn't due to come out till January 13th. And then she decided she was ready to come out and visit the world. I was on bed rest for a while at home, and that was difficult with just a 2.5-year-old who's a mommy's girl. Mommy, hold me! I can't hold you, honey. We laid down and played together. But it was on October, Reese was born on October 2nd, which I believe was a Friday. And I was brought into the hospital on the Sunday before, just because I was having contractions. My water broke, and sorry for the dads and the grandkids. But they had to have total bed rest. And then on Friday, Friday morning at 3 in the morning, they had to do an emergency C-section just because they couldn't find her heartbeat. I was 25 weeks along, which is a little about over halfway through your pregnancy. And when she came out when she was born, I was unconscious because I was put out, basically, because I had to do general anesthesia. But they said that she looked like she was 22, 23 weeks old, and that was a start of the miracle, just because they don't resuscitate a baby unless they're about 24, 25 weeks. So they had to resuscitate her, and she's been on life support ever since she was born, and she's over a month-year-old now. The biggest thing is her lungs right now. She has chronic lung disease. And just today when I went to go visit her, I got to hold her for 2 hours. They call it kangaroo care, and I just held her on my chest. And they just shared that her lungs aren't improving right now. And in fact, they told us just to take everything day by day. And along the way, we had found out that she couldn't extend her arms out. So they were thinking that she had cerebral palsy. And a few nights ago, right before my husband left to go out of town, she was able to fully extend her arms. So the Lord, He didn't allow her to have cerebral palsy. And not only that, but they said that if she had severe brain damage, at this point they would have seen signs of that. And that's just amazing in itself, because she's, the day after my sister-in-law's birthday, it was October 15th, they called us in to say goodbye to her. Because there's nothing else they could do. And they allowed us to hold her just to say goodbye. And then at that moment, we got to see her stats go up. And their grandma had prayed that that would be a day of change. And it was. And ever since that day, ever since we got to hold her, she has been steadily increasing weight, and she's accepting the milk, and the Lord has given me milk, which is a praise. And it really has been a journey. I know Pam is going to talk about a journey, but last night, I think God's timing is just amazing in all of this, because last night I got to start a study, a Beth Moore study. It's called The Psalms of Ascent, and it's one of her newest Bible studies, but in it, she takes us through Psalm 84. And obviously, there's 3 pilgrimages that God's people, the Israelites, do to go to the temple, to go to the Holy of Holies. And this just is a description of what happens along that way and how it relates. Because just to all of us, because life is hard. We don't expect different things that happen. And everyone, like you were saying, everyone has a story. And we don't know if it's going to be easy, like my life felt like my life was along the way until just recently, or if there's going to be some valleys that we're going to go through. And it starts out like this. It's Psalm 84, 5-8. It says, "Blessed is the man whose strength is in you, whose heart is set on pilgrimage. And as they pass through the valley of Baca means tears, they make it a spring. The rain also covers it with pools. They go from strength to strength. Each one appears before God in Zion. O Lord God of hosts, hear my prayer. Give ear, O God of Jacob." And I really believe that he has given his ear. He's actually poured out miracles upon her now, because she was meant to be, and she was meant to come out on October 2nd at 3:23 in the morning, because that's the way God had planned it. And we are on this pilgrimage, each of us are on this pilgrimage to see God face to face, because that was the goal of the Israelites, to see God face to face and to come before him. And the veil has been broken, so we can come right before him. It was made a way. He has really made a way for us. So Pam again tonight has shared that she said to hold on to God's promises. And I know that God's promises are Jeremiah 29:11 for my daughter and for our family and for each of you. And so I believe that. And just a minor story. Back in 1998, which seems a long time ago, it may have been before you were born. But I had gone on a mission project, a summer mission project with Campus Crusade, and we were in Ocean City. And I remember there's 100 college students that gather for that summer to be on this trip. And I remember people were talking about that they had heard from the Lord so clearly. And I remember going, I haven't heard from him yet. So I walked to the beach, Atlantic Ocean actually, and I just remember crying out to God and saying, Lord, I know that you are here and you're real, but I want to see you, and I want to see you. I actually demanded God to walk on water right before my eyes on the Atlantic Ocean. I asked him. And I said, even if you don't do that, then at least send me a message in a bottle. Something. I really wanted this romanticized picture of God coming out and speaking to me directly. And nothing happened. He didn't walk on water, people. He did before, but not then when I asked him. But he brought that memory back to my mind. Because I know I was disappointed walking away from the beach that night, going, I know you could have done that. But he had chosen to bring that memory back to me during this time, just this valley that we're in. And he just reminded me that when Peter walked on water with him, it wasn't because he wanted to know that God was real. He knew Jesus was real, but he had to keep his eyes on him. And that is what I believe that God brought that memory back to me, was to keep my eyes on him, even though it's tough. And